I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, After Buzzers. Welcome to the Married to Medicine LA After Show. And today I am so excited to be talking about season 2, episode 8, Tiscation, where the ladies go to Palm Beach. And we love a getaway, girls. We love a getaway. And before we get into
Palm Beach.
Wait a minute.
All right.
Palm Springs.
Palm Beach is Florida.
Right, Palm Springs. Yes. Yeah. We like to have money in the pocket, all right? Because when you go into Palm Springs, you cannot be broke. Or you will be sad.
Right.
You will be sad. And we cannot talk about all the drama that Married to Medicine LA brings without my lovely co-panelist first, Miss Regina. How are you?
I am doing just fine, honey. Trying to get in that 4th of July spirit of things, y'all.
Mm-hmm. You look good. You're glowing. We love to see it.
So do you guys. Thank you.
And then we have our resident royalty, Miss Queen Esther.
Oh my God, I'm excited for today. I feel like I missed out on the vacation that these ladies took. I feel like they should have called me because I had my bags ready. I'm just down the street from them. Like, why didn't they call me? But such a great episode, and I'm so excited. I get to be here with you both, you know?
Yes, it's gonna be a good show. I'm very excited. Before we jump in, what are your overall thoughts of this episode? We can start with Queen Esther.
I thought the ladies, I think, you know, like with all the drama always happening, I think this episode was just really a good girl fun, you know, episode. Like we had a great time. Sometimes we just need to let all of the shade go a little bit and just have a great time. So I think the girls gave us that like kumbaya and just like emotional, but fun emotional. Lovely. Good episode, a good transition from all of the other episodes. Sometimes, you know, a little happiness is good. So
yes, just a little, not too much, but just a little. Regina, what were your thoughts of this episode?
I love this episode. I thought that we are continuing to see the ladies bond and come together in sisterhood and getting away to Palm Springs. What better place to go than to get out of the city, the clutter and the busyness of the city, and just get out there and see those beautiful mountains and palm trees. And of course, they had a luxurious home to stay in and just, you know, unwind and be real. So I really, really liked it. Yeah.
It was so good to see the ladies get away. And I agree with what both of you guys said. I feel like there was a sense of warmth this episode, and I really enjoyed it. I felt the camaraderie. I felt like, you know, the girls were willing to put some drama behind them, at least for the early part of the episode. Because we got to make the ratings here. We got to come back next season. All right. But we started this episode picking up where Dr. Imani was letting the girls know that she was getting a divorce. And, you know, now we get to dive a bit deeper. What did you guys think of this moment? Regina?
I'm glad that she opened up and shared it. But man, it was so shocking to me hearing some of the things that she was revealing, that he told her that he thought he could grow to love her. So why did you even marry me if you weren't in love with me? And then who does 5 years in a relationship, especially at their age and time in their lives, and there's no intimacy? So what is that like? Just what? Being roommates, or had he moved out a long time ago? What? There's some missing pieces to the puzzle that I'm sure we're going to get filled in on.
Yeah, I agree. Queen Esther?
Honestly, I totally agree with everything that Regina just said. First of all, you should never marry out of convenience. Because
absolutely.
She mentioned clearly she married him because she wanted someone to help her train her son, to have that fatherly figure. And then she wanted someone to, you know, to protect her. I mean, those are wonderful reasons, but there should be a lot more reasons of why you should marry someone. You know what I mean? So I think she married him out of convenience. It was very shady for him to even say that to her. You know, I thought I would grow to loving you. Like, no woman wants to hear that. However, you guys know I always like to bring it two sides.
Yeah,
like
it's
double,
healthy.
double.
Duality.
Double.
Absolutely.
What is her fault in the marriage, people? Because it cannot just be only him.
No,
you know what I
it's
mean?
never only one.
Well, a lot of times we want to blame the man. Oh, he moved out, but what did she do to get him to that point, or what did she contribute to get them, to get the marriage to the point where they have to divorce? And I think a lot of times women don't want to talk about that because we want to play the victim a little bit more and not really, sit down, reanalyze, look in the mirror. What part did you play? And I need her to reveal that part of the story.
Well, honestly, for me, if I had to take a guess, it's been clear that Imani is not the best communicator.
Nope.
So, and that's not to say that that was her downfall. That's not the thing that ran him out the house, but I'm saying that that might have been the thing that needed to be reeled in so that way we could nip this in the bud before we have to get divorced. Imani wants to do bad all by herself. And it's like, you cannot wait until everything has hit the fan for you to be like, oh, we actually have a problem. So I definitely think if Imani would have voiced a little more concern, maybe we could have tackled some issues. Regina?
Yeah, but you know what? When you walking into a marriage and you letting me know that you really weren't that into me,
right?
But you married me anyway. So what did you marry me for? Because you knew I had a good job, profession, had a comfortable new home in Studio City, and you felt like, okay, you could benefit from me financially.
But she was also benefiting.
Well,
I mean, we don't know. We don't.
I don't know what he put in the marriage. What did he bring to the marriage? Yeah, he was a father to her son for a while, but look what he did. Abandon him. So, I mean, I'm sure it was a marriage of convenience for him too after a while.
True,
he had his plan in motion because he wanted this marijuana business. And I know it's going to come out that she helped him get it.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say, I don't know how much money them 90s songs is bringing in. That's what I thought Regina was going to say.
It's not like he was a big superstar.
Right, because I have one song from Portrait. Right.
But remember, guys,
you know what I'm saying?
Remember?
It's not like he was with this big established group that you hear on the radio all the time that's touring.
I got one track, and I'm about to delete it because I don't like how he acted. So, I'm about to delete it.
Yeah.
But also, guys, remember, the very first episode, remember when I told you guys that the same storyline for all of this, shows is that they already knew that they were going to get a divorce. So they already had this planned out. It's like, you know what? Come on the show. Let's do the show together. I get a storyline that will market me and I get extra coins from Bravo. You get a little storyline. Yes, you're going to be the bad guy for a little while, but you're going to get free advertisement because now you know what? Everybody knows that he has a business in whatever state that he's at. And people are going to travel over there and they want to go check out his business and, buy whatever that he's selling. So already he has free marketing. He does not have to pay for it.
That might be a really great point because...
they all do it. It's not even a story.
How long had they been living separately?
Did she say?
I mean, and this is also pre-recorded, so we have to add this time into it too.
Yeah.
I don't know. Imani's just not opening up. We probably won't get a lot of these answers until the reunion.
Yeah.
We won't get a lot of these answers until the reunion.
It's gonna come, but I don't know. I just don't know. How long should you stay with somebody
like that
when you know the intimacy is gone? And how do you stay with somebody for 5 years and you're not having as husband and wife? If
you're not touching me and romancing me, what are we doing?
Nothing.
You know what I mean? I
need to taking my space.
Romance.
Taking my space and running my bills up.
Exactly. Like, what are we doing? Like, we are not roommates. I have a ring for a reason. I want to be your girlfriend, your nasty girl, your church girl, your like whatever. I am your wife. So if we're not having an intimacy, what are we doing? I don't get it.
Well, speaking of family ties, we didn't get to see it on film, but we saw that Dr. Imani had the conversation with Idris and Phil came in as well. And what did you guys think when we got the scene of her talking to Idris? How did you feel he was handling the situation? Because it was a little cryptic, but he's also like 11. So I don't think he knows necessarily how to process this. I just think he's adorable and he's so well-spoken. And I wanted to hug him.
He already knew because Phil had been out of that house for some time. And this kid has already adjusted to him being gone. Not to say he doesn't have feelings because that's the only dad he knew.
Yeah.
But like you said, there's a timeline that's missing here that we aren't privy to right now, unless they reveal it in the story as we progress in the season. But he's been gone a lot longer than what they're saying with this season. So I think her son already knew the handwriting was on the wall and he's been gone for a while.
It was just really hurting. Like as 11 years old, having to, like when he asked his mom, "Are you okay?" Oh, that hurt deep. Yeah. You know, like it hurt so deep, just like hearing him even ask his mom that. Because as a child, you should never, like, that should even be something for you to think about. Like you shouldn't be thinking about, oh, how is your mom feeling? It should always be like the other way around. So for him to even ask her, you can tell that he's been sad about it and worried about his mom. You know, like that really, really hurt me just hearing it. And I really hope that, you know, that he's okay. I hope that he still is the father that he knows, you know, and still in his life. I don't like the fact that they did it over the phone. I wish that he actually came and sat down, had a face-to-face conversation and said, "Look at me. I am still your father. Like no matter what, I will always be here for you." And I think if he had done that, it would have made a huge difference. But to do it over the phone, I mean, come on now. The flight ticket is not that expensive. You are not that poor. Book a flight tickets.
I don't know what type of man Phil is, especially because this is edited and Dr. Imani is the character of the show. But, you know, the presentation, he's not a stand-up guy. So if consistency is a thing, why am I expecting him to show up and do, you know, the stand-up guy thing to do? It's disappointing, but, you know, blessings to Idris and Dr. Imani. Things are going to get better from here. I hate to see it.
Yeah, I mean, as a woman, you never want to see another woman go through divorce, and especially with a child, it hurts. I hope that she's okay, but again, you know, you always want to look at two sides. Like, what did you do wrong? Look in the mirror. Let's see how you can make a difference, even though this might not work, but so you can, you know, change for your next future, for your next boo. You know.
Yeah.
I wish them the best.
She got a lot of work to do. They all do, actually. But let's move on to something a little more fun. The party bus scene. The party bus scene. The ladies are going to Palm Springs.
But does Esther have something to tell us, or we're going to wait?
Oh, I always have something amazing to tell everybody. Oh, come on now. I covered all of the good news and all of the juiciness. Anyways, sorry. Guys, I'm just a little bit too excited today. But no, I'm super excited to just be here with you all. Of course, we just being here and, you know, chit-chatting with our viewers is a blessing for us, and we're happy that you get to join us. So please keep on watching, subscribe, make sure you comment, because we actually do read your comments and we crack up laughing and we're like, oh my God, we should have said that. Why didn't we think about that? So we love that you guys communicate with us. So please keep on doing that, and make sure you tune into all of our other contents that we have. We have so many shows that we, you know, talk about on all of our AfterBuzz TV network on YouTube and also on Facebook and Instagram. So AfterBuzz TV, make sure you like, follow, subscribe, and comment and share. What are you doing? What are you waiting for?
Give us those 5 stars on iTunes and give us the thumbs up and subscribe to our channel on YouTube.
That's right. Absolutely. Now, ladies, on to Palm Springs. I'm so excited. You would have thought I packed my bags. But that's not the point here.
Go.
That party bus scene.
Let's.
I got my life. I got
I don't even
my
drink.
life.
I was drinking with them in spirits. Yes, girls. Drop it like
They
it's
look
hot,
like
girls.
so much fun. Like all of them look like I saw my friends in all of them. They just look like so much fun. I was kind of disappointed that Dr. Imani didn't get on the bus, but at the same time happy because I was like, if she really was not in the mood, she would have killed the mood.
Yeah.
And those girls were living it up on that bus. What did you guys think watching this scene play out? Regina? That's what the bus looked like.
It was like a bachelorette party, you know, or back in college, just hanging out and they're, you know, sipping on their drinks. And then Jazmin was trying to, the only thing missing was a pole.
Right,
So,
right.
But it was great. They had a lot of fun. It was a lot of bonding. And I'm glad that Imani didn't go on the bus because going up there would have been a really subdued trip to me because they would have been discussing what's going on in her life. She would have been thinking about it too much. And driving up there, I'm sure gave her some time to reflect and just, you know, exhale.
Yeah, she probably needed that downtime. Absolutely.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Queen Esther, you said you was drinking with them.
I was drinking with them. I was just like, yes, I want to be there. You guys did not bring me, and that's so rude. But no, I think for one, I'm happy that Imani did not go with them because I think if she had gone with them and somehow maybe turned up with them, then it would have looked like she was not, like she didn't really care about the fact that she's about to get a divorce. You know what I mean? It looked like she was way too happy to get a divorce. Like even if a man was like physically or verbally abusing you, or like, you know, just, you know, being absent or so, divorce is a divorce. You know, like whether it was a good one or the bad one, it's still painful. So I think if she had gone in there and somehow turned it up with them, you know, just kind of like look like sideways, like girl. So you're like you really think? Yeah. Absolutely. I think her not going was actually a wonderful idea. Like she's still in her emotions. Let her deal with her emotions. You know what I mean? With that, yes. Then her being on the party bus, like dropping like his heart and like, let's do this. No, she doesn't need that right now. She can do that later on.
Well, she did.
Yeah, she did.
She did later on. But like in the party bus, I think it would have been a little bit too much. Secondly, she could have killed the mood, just like Regina said. She could have killed the mood, and that's not what the party bus is really meant for. Party bus is supposed to be a party bus, like let's party. Right. But with the girls being there, oh my god, it was just so nice. Shamen was my girl. I was like, that is my girl. She is drinking and having fun. Like I loved it. I was like, girl, I want to be your friend. Like, let's just be friends.
And we were not saying that the early part of this season.
No, we were not.
Like, I love how we have all changed perspective on these girls. Kendra, she opened up to us, and now we're opening up to her. I'm enjoying Leah. I don't know how you guys feel, but I enjoy Leah. I do.
Ways to go with me.
She does. I feel like we are liking her. But she doesn't still have a strong storyline.
No, not at all. Not
like,
at all.
We can do without her. Like if she is not in one episode, we will not even remember. And that's not a good thing.
I just feel like she's fun, and I feel like she doesn't play games. That I enjoy, but she needs a reason to be on the show.
She needs
a reason to be on the show.
Yeah. But the party bus was just definitely like, I've not been on a party bus before, so I really like hope that one day I can. So I was literally like living my dreams through them. I was like, this is how to do it. Drinks on me.
Period. Absolutely.
But anyway, once they got to the home, though.
Yeah.
The home. Yeah. I mean, first off, that house. The decor.
Beautiful.
Dr. Imani knows how to pick a house. I know she was asking about a bidet, but I'm like, girl, the hell with the bidet. All right. Do you see
do you even have that in your own house? Let's just ask that. Wait.
Right.
Does she have that in her own house?
I would hope so. If that's the standard, then let's keep the standard alive. But, you know, I love that the girls, it was just a very playful energy. Even the way that they ran to look for their bedrooms. Like, it was
that was fun.
It was great.
We had because if you don't, you might wind up in a closet.
Right.
You never know.
Right.
Who wants to get the crappiest room? I don't.
Shout outs to Leah for getting the individual room that wasn't
that was good.
Yeah,
That
shout
was
outs to her.
good.
They had a little cowboy chef, like they were doing it up for this trip. It was really good. So let's hop into our special segment before we, wrap up the rest of the show. I'm very excited because it's been some time since I've done this, and we are about to play Doctor or Doctor's Wife.
What?
To all my new people to the Married to Medicine LA After Show, the way we play this game, I'm going to read a series of quotes, and all you have to do is guess if it is said by a doctor or a doctor's wife. Okay, and then you tell me which one said it. So my first one, you guys ready?
I am so ready. Are you ready? Because I'm gonna win. I am going to win, people.
Where's your buzzer?
I
just raised my hand. Yes.
Right. Okay. Hands raised. Number one, it just made me want to rush home and have sex with you. Who said that?
Kendra.
You didn't raise your hand. You have to raise your hand. The rules. You have to raise your hand.
Okay, there you go. Regina got that one.
Fine, you got that one. 1-0.
Right.
Probably the only one I get.
Number two, Jazmin eats out of a thimble, and I'm not even meal prepping for that.
Leah?
That hands.
Leah? No, Imani.
Okay, you got it.
Imani, Imani. Yes. Okay, 1-1.
Number three, she needs to get some spirits out of her. It's easy for them to come out of her head because she's bald.
Brittany. Dr. Britten.
Wrong and wrong. That was Jazmin.
You're not supposed to tell us. We're supposed to guess
I'm not going to
again.
guessing it. No, it was wrong. Point gone.
I just, I didn't want all the dead air.
Right. Number
Let's
four.
think about this. Okay, fine. Okay, 1-1. All right.
Okay. Keep that shit to yourself. Die with that secret. That's an asshole move.
Brittany. Dr. Brittany.
Queen Esther got it.
Boom.
Yeah.
2-1.
That was good. And that was all for Doctor or Doctor's
That was
Wife.
it.
Yeah.
So what's the one we missed?
You guys, okay, it was Jazmin that said she needs to get some spirits out of her. It's easy for them to come out of her head because she's bald. When she was doing like the
Speaking of
Shamen.
Jazmin, I got some hot news about her. But
Do you? Oh,
yeah.
wow. Okay, so let's hop into dinner before we get the piping tea for dessert. All right. So Dr. Imani at dinner talking about compatibility issues with Phil. We hopped into that a bit earlier, and just Phil is looking like a fraction of a man. He's looking like a fraction of a man. But I think the bigger issue of the night was when Britten was talking about how she would choose her kids over Matt.
Yes.
And
isn't that terrible?
Regina, give me a thought.
That just means that he's been out of town way too many times, and she been missing that pillow. And so the kids in bed, taking the place of that warmth in that empty bed. But see, she got to realize that he made the sacrifice for her to move out to the West Coast because his business was in Florida.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And he didn't have to commute as much. I think he's going like back and forth to Detroit, Florida, Orlando, or wherever. But so now, hey, it's no joke when you got like a 5.5-hour flight from LA to wherever, you know what I'm saying, back on the East Coast. So she's got to, just, your marriage should really be important. Your kids are one thing, but when we're talking about your relationship with your husband, it's not, I think she put it in the wrong context. Like, well, her son needed her more. Yeah. Okay. But you need your husband more than your son for certain things too. So there's room for everybody, honey.
Yeah, absolutely. I think balance is the key word. Like Mac needs her. They took a vow to be together, and that has its own set of needs that come with that. Now we understand that you guys have 2 kids. That is work in itself, but like we don't have to get rid of Mac after he gave you the kids. How about we do this whole parenting thing together in unison? Queen Esther, what did you think?
I like that.
First of all, let me clear my throat for this. Because I don't understand. I just don't understand of this because do you guys know how fine that man is? Do
Yeah,
you guys
Mac is a
understand
snack.
how
Mac is a
fine that
snack.
man? He's fine, like from head to toe. He is fine.
All right, watch yourself. Dr. Britten may be watching.
Okay, I'm sorry. He's a married man. Take your eyes off. Take your eyes off. First of all, that man, his eyes is beautiful. His lips are beautiful. The shape of his face is beautiful. His body is, and then he's tall. He has a job. Like, what else? Like, are you serious? Why wouldn't you want to hold that man every single night? I don't understand.
I think she's taking it for granted.
Now, she needs to go. Both of them need counseling because there has to be something wrong that is making her not feel that intimacy, to want to be with her husband, that passion to want to be with him. And she is a hot woman. She is absolutely beautiful, like from head to toe. So also, does he have the same feeling towards her? Like not having that passion to just want to grab her. I mean, do you see her body when she had that lingerie on and everything? Like she is a fine woman. So they both need counseling to really figure out what is the root of the issue, why we cannot be passionate with each other and keep those kids out. Because to me, when you are married, I'm sorry, my husband comes first. I know a lot of parents say, oh, my child comes first. That's lovely. But my husband comes first, okay? Those kids will be out of the house very soon. I'll be stuck with you. So we need to know how to communicate. We need to know how to love. We need to know how to be a friend to each other and enjoy each other's company. So they absolutely need counseling to really figure out what is the root of the problem, why we cannot be intimate between each other, why I have to pick my child over my husband when it comes to our romantic life. It's just really, really sad because they are both great people. So what's the problem? You know what I mean?
Well, I'll tell you what. Are we ready for news yet, Eric?
Yes. I think it's looking like dessert time, and I want some tea with my crumpets.
Give it to me. Give it to us. We're ready.
So, of course, we talked about the news. So we talked about Dr. Imani. She dropped that big bombshell that her and Phil, her estranged husband, had not been intimate for well over 5 years. But her castmate, Shanique Drummond, was asked, what do you think it takes to keep a relationship hot? And what are the secrets to a healthy marriage? And she said, honey, there is a long list, but keeping things spontaneous, sexy, and exciting are definitely at the top of the list. And, she said she thought about her 19th anniversary was coming up. And she felt like, what can I give a man that has everything? And she decided to give him her sexy photo layout. I hope we have the pictures up, where she posted on Instagram in this really hot, like skimpy teddy.
Oh,
my
wow.
Kind of girl. My kind of girl.
Right. I like her
I love
energy.
you.
Exactly. And
yes,
so
look at the legs.
Okay.
Look at legs. Legs for your life.
Looking good.
Leg, girl.
Girls is up and out.
And so moving on from Miss Shanique and her sexiness, the Jazmin Johnson haters online continue with all their, hating. So Jazmin shot back on Instagram recently. And she said, you may be confused about my purpose, but I'm not. God called me to do this. And I show up every day and give every day everything I have, because that's what I was called to do. When God puts individuals in leadership positions, it's because they have the power to influence, inspire, and motivate others. So I am honored to be one of those people. And what I choose to share about my life and her husband is what she's really talking about.
Where's the husband?
Right.
We still have not seen her.
It's my right.
You are married to medicine. Where is your medicine husband?
Hold on.
I'm sorry. I'm going to hold on.
But you can't from it. She says to the haters, take what you can from it and then excuse yourself.
I'm sorry.
Jazmin has had enough
excuse
of y'all.
myself.
That was to you, Queen Esther. She's had
No,
enough.
I am on AfterBuzz TV. I am not excusing myself. No, where is your medicine husband? That's what we need to see.
Look, she is somewhere measuring her food. Jazmin is not dealing with y'all no more.
This all came about because she recently posted a photo of her husband on Instagram.
Oh, okay.
And people were appalled. They said, "Oh, you posted him on Instagram and we can't even, you don't even bring him or make him a part of the show."
Yeah.
And so
I haven't seen him.
that is where this whole Instagram tirade or whatever statement came from, to let people know, hey, I'm doing my thing that God put me here to do. And if you don't like it, like she said, you can be excused.
Is he cute, Regina? What? Is he cute? Would you say? Because I haven't seen him.
You can look at him. He's not a bad guy. Very tall, very built.
I can see that for her.
He's he young or old?
He's a handsome guy, I would say.
He has to be older than her. I'm gonna go look right after this.
I'm gonna look also. If you find it, send it to me.
I mean,
tag me. That's
like he's in his late 30s, maybe 40. No older than 40.
Oh, they're probably in the same age range, roughly.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Regina. I wasn't disappointed.
I have a question, though. I have a question.
What's going on?
But isn't it on the rules that if you are married to medicine, that somehow, even if it's once or twice, that your husband has to show up? Like, isn't that part of the rules with like Bravo?
But I don't know, because with Kim Zolciak, remember Big Papa, granted, it's not her husband, but that was the male figure that she was connected to. And we didn't see him. We saw a silhouette.
Oh, that's
so I don't
married, right?
Yeah, so
he
I don't
did
think.
Show up, though. Remember near the end of Kim being on Atlanta Housewives, we did see him
one time.
And how many seasons was that, Regina? That was like how many seasons in? Yeah, so she could probably milk this out, and we don't have to see him for some time. It'd be nice, but I mean, hey, it ain't. All we can do is watch.
If she has a built, strong man like that, why don't show it off? Like, show it off. Why? Like, I don't understand why she's hiding.
I really think he wants his privacy when it comes to his business and how he makes his money.
And I can respect that.
He's a psychiatrist. But the funny thing about that is Dr. Imani never really talks about him as being an associate, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you are in the medical profession, especially Black medical professionals, and they're both psychiatrists, it's a small circle. So I'm sure she has to know him or have heard about him.
I'd like to think, but you know, while we're speculating, let's speculate some predictions. Starting with Queen Esther, what are you thinking?
I don't even know. At this point, I think this whole episode was just like so lovely that I wasn't even thinking of any predictions at all. I just wanted to just keep on having a happy time, but a little bit more extra shade as they've been giving to us. And I just need Leah to have a storyline because she just doesn't have anything for me.
Yeah, you know, there was a little bit of shade when they had the whole lingerie moment. The gifts that they were giving each other were horrible. I'm like, wait, we were doing so good all trip.
Right.
Like, Shanique gets a little air horn to say that she's loud. You gave Dr. Imani a dildo. Like, I'm just like, girls, can we not have an episode of camaraderie? But I would like to say, I predicted that, you know, Dr. Kendra and Jazmin would come to a head at a point because she's measuring her food too closely. So, and in the previews, we did get to see, you know, she was getting upset when Jazmin was like, Kendra, you're not pedaling. Yeah. So I think that's about to come to a head. I don't know how bad it's going to be, but that's what I see coming for the future. Regina?
Well, Jazmin is not going to continue to be Kendra's advisor for dieting or whatever.
She couldn't be mine.
And Phil is going to come back because he and Imani have to close the chapter for good on that book. You know what I'm saying? So he will be back at some point. If not, there will be a phone call, a Zoom, or something. But there's going to be a really tearful revelation with that whole relationship. Dr. Britten, I feel, will realize how much she loves her husband. And those kids need to go to your room. Good night. I'll
lock the door.
Yeah.
I want her to win.
So
I want her
Shanique
to
is
win.
finding her groove, and I think she's going to continue to really be a force in the show.
Absolutely.
And so is Kendra. So, like you said, Leah got to step it up. But you know what? Leah owns 4 beauty supplies in LA, in the LA area. And we'll talk about that on the next show. I'll make that part of our news.
Okay, I'd love to see that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. As always, we love doing this with you. And as Queen Esther said earlier, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, comment to all things AfterBuzz TV because we give you such good content. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Now, before we leave, we want you to keep up with us. Follow us. Queen Esther, where can they keep up with you on social media?
Sure, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook, Queen Esther E, or one word, Queen Esther E, and also on my YouTube page, Queen Esther Ekenem, and Ekenem is E-K-A-N-E-M, Queen Esther Ekenem.
Sounds good to me, Regina.
Hey guys, you can find me, Regina Coles, on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. If you put in Regina Coles, it's gonna pop up.
Know your resume and sell it to the kids. And
yes.
as always, ladies and gentlemen, you can catch me on Instagram at The World According to Eric, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at Eric Devante.
Right.
We'll catch you next time. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Stay safe, guys.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.